this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You couldn't live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution.
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, and everyone listening in Radio Land. I am CJ, and this is Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. We are broadcasting from Main Street Sautez in beautiful and historic St. Patrick. Good morning.
Good morning, coffee in the morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm still on top.
I know. Go right ahead. Looking down.
Father, once again, we are thankful that we are still in the land of the living. We do thank you, God, for the night that is gone. We thank you for your watching protection over our lives. And you permit us to see yet another day. And we promise, O God, that we will respect and we will rejoice in that day that you has made. We thank you, O God, for the wonderful showers of blessing that makes, O God, our sleep sweet. And as we rise, O God, we lift our hands and give you thanks and praise for all what you has done and all what you continue to do. Father, this morning is agricultural morning. We bring this program before you, O God. We ask you, God, to give those, O God, who are doing this program the continued knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so they can be able, O God, to educate the public, O God, where agriculture is concerned. We bring each and every one of the farmers before you, O God. Despite the weather, many of them already left the home. They left the family, O God, to cross the mountain, to cross the plains, O God, that they may plan to sustain the country and also the family. Father, as they go, and as some of them about to leave, we ask you, God, to protect them, O God, from all possible harm and danger. For the tools that they use, O God, we ask you, God, to protect them from any damage caused to them. Father, we also bring the fishermen before you. This also is a part of agriculture. As they cross the sea, oh God, to go out there this morning to get a catch, we ask you, God, to let the boat function well. The engine, oh God, enough gas, Father, the tide, the wave. We ask you, God, to hold them outside there. Father, we bring, oh God, a relay frame before you and every piece of equipment, oh God. Father, we ask you, God, to let no weapon that is formed against that station prosper. This is a station, oh God, that educate the public, oh God. I bring the listeners before you, oh God, each and every one of them, locally, regionally, and internationally. Father, I bring, oh God, all our commuters before you. Oh God, this morning that live from one place to another, I'm asking you, God, to watch over them. I'm asking you, God, to protect them. Father, each and every one of the staff of Relay Frame, watch over them this morning. Mr. Andrew Donald, who is not here, but I'm asking you, God, to watch over that man. I'm asking you, God, to bless them. As in all the rest of the staff, we ask you, God, to bless, keep, and guide. In Jesus' name, and amen.
Amen.
Good morning once again, Coffee in the
Good
morning.
morning, Coffee. How are you?
By God's grace, I'm doing fine. I'm happy to be alive. And, last night was a very good night rest. That rain came down. There's something special whenever rain falls and you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm. You burrow deep under your covers and you don't even want to wake up.
Yeah. And the other time you just feel, hey, man, I have to go, but I just don't want to go.
I know, and then you're late.
And you ever feel that, the rain falling so nice, and then, oh my God, you get up on the bed, you're sitting on the edge, and you still fall back, man.
Yeah, it happens, but you have to have the discipline to move yourself.
Clay, you always have a plaster for every soul.
Well.
Sometimes, I love you a lot, but sometimes I understand, We have to discipline ourselves.
Yes, you have to discipline yourself. It's all about discipline and determination.
Yeah, I don't care how you feel. Get up. Let's go.
Yes, move it. Move it.
Anyway, my dear, you have a blessed day.
You too. Take care. Thank
bye-bye.
you. Okay,
Great
bye-bye.
night. Right.
Strength which speaks for itself. A taste which... Yes, agriculture is the number one.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality. Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
It is a beautiful rainy morning on Thursday. I almost say Monday because we had a holiday yesterday, but it is Thursday, so it is a normal work day for you and for me. As you know, I am here. Let me say good morning to Faithlyn Hallie Douglas, Shirley Scarrett, Gemma Warwood, Norma Ray, Betty James, Sonny Isles, Claude Abraham. Good morning to you guys for checking in that early. It is Agriculture Thursday. I think I'll have Dr. Antoine with me and BJ. I'm not sure if I'll have, what's his name? Dalton, if he's also coming with Dr. Antoine. So we'll stay tuned and see what they have in store for us agriculture-wise this morning. But it is a rainy day. I'm not sure about the planting thing, but I planted strawberries yesterday and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it is going to come through. Good morning to you, Alban Harris. Good morning, Marlon Klein, Mary in Toronto, Teresa Joseph in Toronto, the Date family, Alain, Daphne, Ethan, and the little Olivia. Good morning to you guys. Good morning to the Glean family, the Callis family. Good morning to the Robinson family up on Hill Street. Good morning, Duchess. How are you? Good morning, Mabel Catherine Charles. Good morning, Mayana, a.k.a. Meme. Good morning, Chrissy Baptiste. Good morning to each and every one of you. Let me see who is on the WhatsApp this morning. Good morning to Kit Sylvan, wherever you are, and enjoying that cold weather. Lennox, good morning. And here comes Keith. Good morning to you. Good morning to each and every one of you. Baby Daddy, good morning. Good morning to Miss Matheson. You know, I love saying good morning as I say good morning and you pop up on the screen. It is a joy to be here this morning. Rain and no rain, that we are back at Real FM and doing the best we can to keep everybody educated. So I'll go back to everybody want to sit down in computer and let's see what we have.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes. Number one, it's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. Shift the paradigm.
Lock the date because we're heading Crown City with all of the big stars. St. Patrick, look out. Get ready to shift the paradigm on October 26th, the day after the holiday, with all of our walking friends. Yes, the stars are coming to join the movement as Grenada shifts moves north with the massive health and wellness walk that has taken the island by storm. Powered by Wagiti Sound System, the walk leaves the Anglican Schoolyard High Street Sotes at 4 p.m. sharp, heading to Mades, Monfrendu, Rosehill, passing through Plains, then on to Riverside for the cool down and symbolic torch handover. You don't want to miss the fun and excitement on the road, so call the Sotes Health Center to register now at telephone 442-9317, extension 41805, or at 440-2649, extensions 21038 or 21049 to register. Plus, you can also visit our Facebook page to register.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom, let's look.
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Satyrs in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many, many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
Grenada, as we celebrate 50 years of independence.
I love my Grenada.
Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me a little better night, honey.
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Music holding me, controlling.
Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits.
Don't take it out. I like
Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raise her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home.
The Holy Spirit Church Paraclete is having their annual harvest on Wednesday, 25th October from 1 p.m. On sale will be food, clothing, drinks, confectionaries, barbecue, raffle, flowers and plants, games and more attraction. Music by DJ Knockout. Invite your friends. Make it a date with Paraclete community. Your presence and participation would be highly appreciated.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture?
Now it is time for me to give you what Velma has in store for you this morning. It's Velma's Restaurant and Bar. She has fried bakes with fried fish, ground provision. Local herbal tea will accompany this. Lunch, veggie rice, stew fish, chicken, butternut squash, potato salad, ground provision. And again, accompanied by local fruit juices. And for dinner, the burgers and fries. So for breakfast, fried bakes with fried fish and ground provisions, and you can have a cup of herbal tea with that. For lunch, veggie rice, stewed fish, chicken, butternut squash, potato salad, and ground provisions. Local herb juices with that also. And for dinner, we have burgers and fries. Let me continue to say good morning to Glenda Robinson, Louisa Williams, Gemma James, Pearl Charles. Also, good morning to Pess there in St. Vincent. Bernadette Abraham, good morning. Lindona George, good morning. Miss Job, good morning. Pat Pierre, good morning to you. Pat Kip James, how is it going out there in Union Island? Gloria Phillips Smith, good morning. Kenro, good morning. Say hi to Daddy. Well, I already said good morning to Coffee in the morning, but when it's nice to do it twice, good morning to you, Coffee in the morning. Mona, good morning. Susan Wildman, good morning. Lorna Bain out there in Toronto, good morning. I heard it's raining in London, England. We are raining here in Grenada. I don't know what the weather is like in Toronto. So, Teresa, hit me up and tell me what it's like this morning out there in Teo. Mabel, Catherine Charles, good morning. Hope all is well. Mabel, Catherine, which commercial that was yesterday? Today's the 26th. If you're talking about the walk, I think it says one day after the holiday, so it's today. I'm not sure if they had a walk yesterday, but I'll check it out and see what it is, but I am pretty sure it's Thursday. It says one day after the holiday. While I'm waiting for Drumsticks, I don't know if she's coming in this morning. I'll go to the Morris Bishop International Airport to see what we have weather-wise this morning.
All over the world you go, agriculture is number one. We soil is so rich and pure, but the youths cannot understand. Well, every education you have, man, still can ignore the soil. Everybody want to work in office, and I know the reason why. Yes, man, everybody want to sit down in computer.
It is 7:20, and I have Jason Robertson from the Met Office. Good morning to you, Jason. How are you?
Good morning to CJ. I am good, and good morning to our listeners of Real FM. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Thursday, the 26th of October, 2023. At Point Selling, it is cloudy with rain. A moderate breeze is from the south-southeast at 13 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 1,009.1 millibar, which is below normal and rising. The present temperature, 26.7 degrees Celsius, relative humidity, 95%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.6 degrees Celsius, and the minimum last night, 26.3 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had 4.2 millimeters of rain. The total for the month so far, 39.5 millimeters. Now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, PT Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some brief to widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder. Today's maximum temperature should reach 31 degrees Celsius. The wind should be easterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. The sea should be slight to moderate with waves 3 to 6 feet in open waters. Tide is currently rising, will be at 1 p.m. and low at 7 p.m. Sunset today 5:43, sunrise tomorrow 5:58. To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some brief to widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder. From the Morris Bishop International Airport, Jason Robertson reporting.
Jason?
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You good?
Yes.
All right, glad to hear that. Take care. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
In Grenville, cost-effective agriculture. Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes. Agriculture.
And I think I have Drumsticks on the line. Good morning, Drumsticks. How are you?
Hello, good morning, CJ. I'm good.
Good.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, 103. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgive all thy iniquities, who healeth all thy disease, who redeemed thy life from destruction, who covered thee with loving kindness and tender mercy, who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is rewarded like an eagle. The Lord execute righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you very much. What are you planting?
Rain and thunder and thing.
Rain and thunder? You have thunder?
This morning.
Oh, well, keep your thunder up there, you see, because it didn't come my way at all. I have rain. Last night we had some lightning, but I didn't get any thunder last night. So, I mean,
okay.
Be selfish and hold your thunder.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had when we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh gosh, why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
St. Patrick's Pharmacy. St. Patrick's Pharmacy. Looking for a wide variety of prescription drugs and over-the-counter medication? Check out St. Patrick's Pharmacy. Feeling weak and want a boost? Check out St. Patrick's Pharmacy for all your vitamin and mineral supplements, essential oils such as lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus, and much more. Medicated soaps, antifungal and antibacterial, all at affordable prices. Visit St. Patrick's Pharmacy today at its new location. Yes, a new location on Lip Street, apartment number 4 at the Ford Building. We are open Monday to Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us today on 414-1954 or 442-0204. St. Patrick's Pharmacy, where quality medication costs less.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone Toilet Bowl Cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes. When you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Hey there, Grenada. Exciting news is taking flight. Get ready to soar to new heights with Air Canada's brand new non-stop flights from Maurice Bishop International Airport to Toronto Pearson International Airport. Starting October 29th, you can jet off to Toronto every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with ease. Air Canada flights offer in-flight comfort and convenience. Say goodbye to those long layovers and say hello to seamless connectivity. Whether you're traveling for business or leisure, Air Canada has you covered. So why wait? Book your ticket now at your local travel agency or online at aircanada.com. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation.
Good morning to you again, Teresa. So it is raining everywhere that we know of. It's raining in Toronto also. Rain in Grenada, rain in England. I'm not sure about New York. So if it's raining out there, let us know, because it's when we get in heat, we get in heat. When we get in snow, we get in snow. And now it is rain. Jerome Lewis, good morning to you. Walland Aquat, good morning. Carol Belfon, good morning to you. Who else do we know to say good morning to? Jawanda at 107.9 FM in the Big Apple. Good morning to you. Long time no hear from you. Good morning to JD. Good morning to BJ. Good morning to you, Maxwell Belfon. That is a regular listener also, same as Baby Daddy. Maze Ferguson. Good morning to you. I said good morning to you, but I didn't call your name. I call you the other name that I dubbed you as. So when you hear that, it is. Oh, Baby Daddy says no rain in New York. So it is 3. Grenada, England, and Canada. We are raining. New York, what do you have? Is it just cold weather, or do you have a little bit of frost on the ground there, Baby Daddy? Let me know. It is Agriculture Thursday. Waiting BJ, Dr. Antoine, and possibly Dalton. So, in the meantime, let's see. Oh, it is not raining in Quebec also. No rain in Canada. So, you see, we have isolated showers there too. Toronto is raining, but not Quebec. Isolated showers. Because we know it here too. Sometimes I am here waiting to go home. No rain in the town of Sates. By the time you get to Monfenju, it is pouring. River Sally doesn't have any rain. Then you hear Grenville is flooding. So we are having a lot of isolated showers. Gone are the days when it just rained and everybody got a bit of it. Now, nah. But what we're getting, everybody's getting, is heat, for sure. And I'm sure that we all are happy for the break in the heat with the rain that we got from last night to this morning. And let me tell you all, people, no complaints, none. Because when it's hot, everybody is like, oh my gosh, it is so hot, the heat. Now we're getting a bit of rain, we want no complaint. Because we cannot be pleased in anything at all that comes our way. We need the rain. And the beautiful thing about the heat is this. Although it's that hot, there must be a lot of water under the water table because the grass is not really getting brown or anything, although it's that hot. So we're getting a bit of rain. Let's say thank God for the rain. We plant some things and hopefully we get, the balance. It seems as though we don't have much of a balance these days, but let's hope we get a balance. Some heat here, some cool down here. Although everybody says when it rains like that and it stops, here comes the heat. But it's supposed to be rainy season right now, so let's hope we get our fair share of it because we really do need rain to keep the plants going. I think I have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, CJ.
Good morning to you, Mona. How are you?
Cool.
Good.
I love it.
I love it too.
Mm-hmm. This morning, I want to say a special good morning to a granddaughter of mine, which is Aziki David Antoine.
Mm-hmm.
She will be graduating today from Tom CC.
Great.
Aziki, I want to wish you all the best. Hold that head high. Be obedient. Have respect. Study yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't follow the crowd. Watch up, not down. Study yourself. You got love from your grandmother Mona and the rest of the David and Antoine family. Heidi, be good.
Thanks, Mona.
Yes.
Have yourself a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Jester, good morning. What happened to me this morning?
Well, because he's not with me this morning, you're
Yeah,
forgetting,
no,
but
you
he's out
don't-
there.
I know it is. You roughing him when you want too much.
Mona, don't say that. What's wrong with you? Jester is a big man. How could I rough up Jester? I don't rough up big people. I speak truth and I speak facts. And if that is roughing up, well, I can't help it. Yes.
Sometimes my heart does leap, afraid he go fall.
From what?
From the chair where you sitting.
You have a frog in the chair. Only frog that does leap. Don't worry.
Okay. God is good. Have a blessed day, Alio.
Thank you.
I'm
Okay.
listening.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right.
Now, Baby Daddy says it is 76 degrees in New York. So that means it is a bit warm there today. Enjoy it because it's not going to last for a long time. We are in October, fall season. Heading into November, this is when the cold turns itself on. And as a matter of fact, when it starts getting cold over there, we start feeling it by December, January, February, March. But, you wear your little sweater and everything, and that's good because, let me tell you, going to bed at night and sweating out like bullets, it's not pretty. Good morning to you, Adrian Watts. How are you? Hope all is well with you, and thank you for checking in. Go back to my DC ranks. Everybody looking down in computer. Let's go.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street, Sates in the Quasi. Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. We now have a portable EKG machine that gives you accurate readings by using just 2 fingers. And that's not all. If you're suffering from any respiratory conditions such as asthma, bronchitis, COPD, or seasonal allergies, we have a nebulizer machine that can safely treat these. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking, removal of uterine fibroids, vaginal warts, hernias, and C-sections. She also specializes in diagnostic and therapeutic DNC, abnormal bleeding. Eye testing is also available at the clinic by appointment only with Dr. Mabel Veritas Lugo. They are in collaboration with Alice Labs, located in St. George, opposite the Excel Plaza. Walk-ins are accepted. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272. That number's again 423-3352 or 444-4272. Put your health first.
Grenada, get ready. A new season of the Grenleg Debates is coming. Informative, impromptu, bright young minds sparking powerful ideas. The Grenleg Debates will be broadcasted on MTV Mondays and Thursdays at 9 p.m., Saturdays at 6 p.m., and on GBN TV Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m., Sundays at 4 p.m. Broadcast begins Saturday, October 7th. Tune in.
Looking for someplace to be on October 24th? Well, the Holy Family Catholic Church presents its Grand Mini Fair at the Catholic Church Hall opposite the church from 1 p.m. until. Lots of eats and drinks on sale, cakes, pastry.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer.
Oh, by the way, you won't be seeing me this morning on camera because my camera's not being very good to me this morning. When my techie guy comes in later, he's going to fix it. So you'll just hear my voice, and when the gentleman that doing the program comes in, you will see them. So just work with my voice this morning. Let me ask, anyone planted strawberry and tell me what care I need to take off it? Because I planted some strawberries yesterday, my first rodeo at that. I don't want to kill it because somebody gave me a plant. I planted it yesterday. So tell me, what the process is to get it for me to nurture it, and give me some strawberries. Somebody call me and tell me at 442-0175. You may know a thing or two before the guys come in, and we can tell me how to take care of my strawberries. Everything I planted so far has grown. I think I may have a green thumb because so far I'm surviving with my flowers and my lettuce and my thyme and my chives and everything. They are growing. Strawberry, I don't know. I've never planted strawberry before, so somebody help me out here. What's the dealio with planting strawberry? Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, good morning to you. Faithlin Holly Douglas, I know you forget to say good morning to Jester. Don't make him feel that special. According to Mona, let him leap out of his chair. Oh my gosh. Jester, good morning to you. How are you? Hope all is well and that you're enjoying the showers of blessing that's coming your way. Good morning to NP out there in Santiago, Chile. How is it going? Are we doing anything great in there yet? Who qualified? Who unqualified? Who get gold? Who get silver? Who get bronze? How is Grenada doing over there? You could send me a quick WhatsApp and let me know. Yep. So I'm waiting for BJ, as I say. I'm waiting for Dr. Antoine. They should be here at 8. So somebody call me and talk about agriculture. Tell me what I need to talk about this morning, because I'm not a farmer. I told people I'm a farmers. So there are little things that I plant and that I know will survive. But when the real farmers get here, they will talk to you about maybe the soursop, the spices that we can use and everything like that. Talking about spices. Cinnamon. Cinnamon seems to be a big thing. Well, we know we have it and we know it's good. But when you look at the things that you can use cinnamon for, it is amazing, especially the ground cinnamon. There is a recipe that I happened upon that says if you boil ground cinnamon with lemon peel and ginger, and you can make a big pot of that, put it in the fridge, have a cup of it at night before you go to bed, and it will do wonders for your body. So maybe we can try it. So it's ground cinnamon, orange or lemon peel, and ginger. Boil that together, and after you boil and turn off your burner, let it steep, pour it in a mug or something, put it in your fridge, and the next day or next morning you could have a cup, but have it at night. I think I have a call. Good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
I am good, thanks. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good, good.
Concerning the strawberry.
Yes, tell me.
It's just as any other thing you plant.
Is it?
Like the sweet potato or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just plant it in the pot. Just make sure it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the dry season, you have to water it a lot, because I'm doing that with mine.
Oh, okay.
And I've been getting my strawberry to eat.
Well, that's good. But let me tell you where I plant. I plant mine. I cut a barrel in half. This is where I plant my lettuce and everything. And I planted it in the barrel. So should I remove it from there or plant it in the ground? Or it can stay there?
I don't know much about barrel because I have mine just on the ground.
Okay.
And the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then it runs like how you see potato vine running.
Right.
It runs like that. So I take out the plants because they make little plants.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take out a plant, so I have a nice plot on the ground, right in front of my door.
Okay, let me tell you now. I have a piece of plot in the back of the house, but on a regular basis, I see mongoose.
Ouch.
So I'm afraid of the mongoose. So that is why.
You don't have dog around?
I have a dog, but the dog must be afraid of mongoose myself too. I don't know.
That is a big friend and little friend.
Yes, you can say that. And so I hardly go in the back. I have peppers in the back. I stay in the window and I watch the peppers and I'm like, oh, do I need to go to the back there and pick my peppers? Because I'm afraid of them. And the mongoose, let me tell you, it's not one, you know. You see the mother and about 4 little ones walking. And I'm like, that is a lot of mongoose for me to go and battle in the back there. So so that's why I plant it in the barrel. Everything, my lettuce and the chives and everything is planted in the barrel. And they do grow. So I take my chance and I put the strawberry in there. And I know it's gonna run because I've got wire close to it, so it's gonna run up on the wires there. So that's what you do. So you water it when it's dry
Make sure you
season.
water it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Okay. Bye bye. And I have one person with me this morning. When you sit and you get your mic together, I'll say good morning to you. I've been bawling all morning and calling out your name all morning long. And you ain't answering, but you just show up now, and so we come and save the day. Good morning to you, BJ. How are you?
Morning,
How
Claire.
is it going?
It's going fine. Morning to the listening public. We have a nice weather outside there.
Isn't it?
We are blessed.
Yes. Rain. And I tell you, people don't complain because they complain about the heat and the heat and the heat. And normally we're getting a little bit of showers to help our plants, so I want no complain.
Yes. Not just our plants, to help human beings, because our watershed will get some new water and flush out itself and all of those,
Okay.
which we need from time to time.
That is true. So what you planting?
What am I planting? Watermelons,
Oh, watermelons, okay.
tomatoes.
Oh, okay. How the bananas, did they ready yet? Did they get
We
ready yet?
need to harvest bananas today, but it's raining, so we can't do it.
I was waiting for the last harvest to get my bananas to put in the
You
fridge,
can
you know.
find bananas all the time.
I could?
Yes.
Oh, did you bring any today?
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't notify me.
Well, I mean, when I say the last time, I didn't think that I have to call you or notify. Well, I'm notifying you today.
Right.
I need the bananas to make my smoothies.
You need to speak with me straight.
Speak to you straight.
You're behaving like them politicians, saying something and hope I get it.
Ouch.
Hmm.
That one hits hard. Ouch, double ouch. So, yes, it's Agriculture Thursday. You're here. I think you'll be joined by Dr. Antoine. I'm not sure about, what's his name, Dalton? Is it Dalton? I'm not sure about Dalton, but Dr. Antoine is surely coming today. And I have only 2 cameras working, so if somebody there wouldn't be able to see them, as though they're not seeing me this morning, because I don't know if it's the rain and the camera is feeling warm and fuzzy.
Oh, well, you can switch me up this morning. I'm not photogenic this morning.
What are you? What genic are you?
Huh?
What genic are you this morning?
Humogenic.
Okay. All right. So how is the lettuce and so coming? Are you planting lettuce
I'm
yet?
about to sow lettuce now so people can have for Christmas.
Okay.
Maybe this week. End of this week, tomorrow, or early next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably sow some lettuce.
How long does lettuce take to come to full?
Normally 6 weeks, but if you plant it like in hydroponics, you can get it before.
Oh, okay. Then you have some big lettuce, I'm telling you, when I got from you the last time. And was it last year or the year before? I got some peppers from you that kind of got mixed together with the hot and the thing.
Okay, it happens, yeah.
But it was good.
Well, I spoiled everybody's food that year.
No, you didn't spoil my food.
Some people put a little too much.
Yes, you have to cut it, and you have to cut it up. You will get the strong smell of it and know that it's, and you take a little taste on it and know that it has a little bit of burn in it. But then you have to add more of the seasoning to be able to balance it off. It's all about balance.
I see the objective lesson here is that when you're actually seriously involved in farming, you should control your production right from seed to bearing stage.
Okay.
Because you see, I got the seeds from someone else and they themselves didn't even know what they got.
Okay.
And you see what happened? For Christmas, I spoiled everybody's lunch by providing them hot pepper for seasoning pepper.
But it wasn't extremely hot, It just had a little oomph to it, It's nothing like the bud pepper, which I think is the hottest pepper on planet Earth, to be quite honest. But it was good. I did like it because I blended it with different seasonings and I left extra couple to, when I want to just give it a little heat. But it was good when you put your celery and all the other greens and so in it. It wasn't bad. It just had a nice flavor to it.
Highly flavored?
Highly flavored. Flavored, yes.
A lot of people wanted my neck for highly flavored peppers,
They survived, didn't it?
Well,
it didn't kill anybody. It was
to
just a
hide
bit
myself.
hot. No, man. So what's new and exciting in your world?
What's new and exciting, Claire? I don't know, my excitement depends on the country mood, the mood of the country. Actually, for me, Claire, I don't involve in much fun activities, but I like to see people have fun. Actually, find my joy from watching people have fun. So when people have a lot of money and they behaving, extravagant in a way, and they're happy because money do make some people feel happy.
Yes.
Actually like that. So I don't find there's plenty money around, so it kind of dampening my mood.
Oh, I see what you mean.
My action is a reflection of what is happening around me.
It's quite true. Everybody, I think it goes for everybody, because when you look at the buses, sometime after 5 o'clock, you're getting a bus to go because the busmen pack up the bus. And I heard one man say he made 2 trips, and gas is so expensive, and he running his bus with 3 persons on it. He went and he packed up his bus.
Well, probably it make more economic sense packing it up.
Yeah, packing it up.
I actually drove into Sotes this morning. I just drove here, and I felt a little sad because it was me alone in the entire town.
It happens.
Outside feel like a graveyard, and that's our town.
But then again, when it rains, people don't come out.
I understand all of that. We have to be with our work attitude and all of those. It's not raining that heavy that you cannot get outside. It's our mindset.
Well, yes, I know. I mean, I got here at 6:25 this morning just the same, because I know I had to come and start the program at 7, so I didn't let the rain stop me. I said, rain, as they say, rain don't stop the reggae jam, eh?
Well, sometimes what have to be done needs to get done.
Yes. Yeah. It is, as I say, you feel sad sometimes, because you look at, sometimes I step out to go get something on the street, and it's like we are living in a ghost town with just the walking deads. Everybody just sit and just watching one another. But hopefully, as they say, the busy season is coming along. Hopefully things may turn around and let people...
Well, I expect things to turn around, Claire.
Yes.
That time for Christmas, things get a little busier. That's not the point I'm making. It's more in-depth. I'm saying that if you're thinking about moral and production, they go hand in hand. And people with low moral tend to give you low productivity. And if you don't happy, it means that your moral will be low. And there are too many unhappy people living in our country.
Okay.
Some are unhappy because of money, not enough. Some are unhappy because of living condition. Some people are unhappy because of emotional problems. And you have too much of those, so it's stifling, it's killing your economy. Human resource is key, and how you manage your people in your country, how managers manage the people in the workplace, have a lot to do with how your country progress.
So agriculture-wise, what can we do? What should be said to get people moving to make it better for everybody?
Well, sometimes it not take money and it not take slavery to motivate people. Sometimes it just take an idea and a good leader.
An idea
and a good leader.
Okay. Well,
sell your idea and you lead people. Then you have a revolution.
Agricultural revolution, or a business revolution, or...
I'm speaking in general here.
I'm
not
asking.
zeroing on anything. It's a generalized statement.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking because I love to be clear. That's my name. I like clarity is everything for me. So that's what. But you think people are planting enough these days, BJ?
Not really. Agriculture is kind of disorganized. I keep telling you, it's not structured properly. And you really can't blame anybody. It's a system that needs to be rearranged. Right from top to bottom. We have a small country with, fairly decent irrigation system. We have more or less, we don't say limitless water. And we have a lot of water. I won't say it's limitless. That should put us in a better position than a lot of other countries to produce food year-round. We have a rich soil too, most of all. Really fertile soil. Yes, we kind of hilly and stuff, but that doesn't mean we cannot mechanize. We can be mechanized and do some serious, farming that can be sustainable, where people can create jobs that is prominent.
I totally understand what you're saying. And I've been listening to this agriculture program for eons. Even when I wasn't here, I listened to the agriculture program. And we seem like a broken record because we cry out for the same things every week to get the system going. Now, my question is, where do you said start from the head and so on, an idea, but we need a change. We need to revamp things. Where do we start with the revamping of the things?
First, you need a plan, Claire.
Well, okay.
You need a national farm plan, which encompasses all the things that can more or less propel your agriculture sector. Things that you're sure can work. For example, you want to have as part of your main interest in a document like those, your nutmeg sector, your cocoa sector, because they're already established.
Okay.
And you work on those in a holistic way, whereby you produce this stuff in a mass way, you find a market for it, you get people involved into the productive sector, and you reward them well. You can't be paying say $1.50 for cocoa or whatever, and the people who selling chocolate sell it the same pound of cocoa can make 20 chocolate, and they sell it to them for $10 by just processing this stuff. And you expect the farmer to keep producing, and you expect the fields to look well. You're delusional.
Okay.
So you have to encompass all of those things, the nutmeg, same kind of thing. You find proper market, you find the technical people to, work in those sectors like Dr. Antoine and, other technocrats who can really seriously move the sector forward. And we process those stuff. We make pharmaceutical things with it, we use the byproduct to do other things, useful things, and we create a whole, industry, an industry that can employ thousands of people.
Okay, so we have a Ministry of Agriculture. It is established, we have a Ministry of Agriculture. So if every day people are farmers and non-farmers and farmers like me are trying to find out what is stopping us from moving forward, who do we talk to at the Ministry of Agriculture to start the process? You said start from the top. Who is the top dog at the Ministry of Agriculture?
Not the top dog.
Who
the people who lead the country are the top dogs.
Well, yes, but they are the ministers too.
Yeah, and they sit in cabinet and make decisions, and that's where you have to start from, right from there. And then whatever you decide that legislation needs to be changed, you bring it in Parliament and you get the other side to be on board. The problem, Clay, is that because we're so divisive in Grenada here, when this party comes in power, a new agriculture agenda. When this other one comes, another, agenda. In the U.S., it's not like that. Whether it be Bush or it be Obama or it be who.
Continuation.
The general plan remain the same. The purpose and focus and goals remain the same. And that's the problem we have. Everybody try to outdo each other. We don't have no long-lasting thing because it was not inclusive. For it to be sustainable, it need to be inclusive,
Okay. Let me take a quick break and we shall be right back.
Yes, the number one, agriculture. Oh yes, number one, yes, the number one, agriculture.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
And we are back. Let's see. BJ, good morning again to you. Good morning to you, Dr. Antoine. How are you?
Good morning, Sister Claire. I'm fine, thank you. And good morning to both you and BJ and to our audience out there. Thank you very much.
So you took the long road from all the way up there to get here in the rain.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, you're very welcome. That's how much we're dedicated to the farmers of this country.
Yes, yes. So BJ was talking, we were talking earlier about, where to start to bring, to get agriculture up and coming. And like I said to BJ, I'm sounding like a broken record because every week we talk about getting agriculture to where we want it to be or where it could be, and it's not getting there. And we always talk about how BJ call them the technocrats, and so that sits at the Ministry of Agriculture and make decisions that is not, even, I don't know if it's passed or it's been passed and nothing is happening. So I'm asking, I'm putting you on the spot. What do we need to do?
Claire, that's a pretty tough question, with a very complex response to it. But I'll try and simplify it as best as I can. I think the fundamental thing that we probably need to do is to embrace agriculture from a business and scientific perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me explain that. In other words, as BJ was trying to explain earlier on, our farmers need to see some economic benefits or commercial benefits from the actual practice of farming, so that there should be a very reliable price for each of the commodities that they produce. And I suspect in part that price may have to be subsidized by the government, because most governments subsidize their farmers, including the industrial world. So that's what I'm referring to when I talk about the economic aspect. The other aspect, which is the scientific aspect, I think needs to deal with our approach to agriculture. Now, BJ here is an agronomist, right? So he understands the science of agriculture very well. So people like himself has to advise and provide counsel to our administrators as regards ways and means to improve the approach we take to agriculture. We cannot take it, we basically do agriculture in an ad hoc way. So that, for example, we do not have a carrot farmer, right? We do not have a cabbage farmer. We do not have a
tomato
farmer. But guess what? Everybody produces tomatoes. and everybody produces tomatoes the same time in the same season, be quote unquote seasonally. We are in a region of the world where, if you ask me, for the most part, we can grow almost anything year round, and yet we don't. So until we embrace the principles of science that will facilitate our agriculture practices, until then we'll find ourselves where we are. But in order to move the sector forward, we need a coordinated plan, and I stress the word plan, from the authorities that be, the powers that be. And I think that's what's lacking. To date, we do not have a serious plan for developing our agricultural sector. We don't have a plan for developing our agricultural sector, and I'm not sure we have a real plan for developing the economy. And let me explain why I say so. I'm coming across here this morning, and a fundamental problem is transportation. How could you move an economy without a developed national scheduled transportation system? A fundamental piece of infrastructure we do not have. So when you're talking about economic development, we're talking about the need for a plan that they tend to describe smart, meaning, with some specific measurable, achievable results and, timing and so. But as regards the agricultural sector, we need to ensure that we approach it in a serious way from an economic perspective as well as from a scientific perspective, with the objective of moving the sector forward. Guess what? Every year we spend millions of dollars in the Ministry of Agricultural sector. And what are we getting for it? Millions of dollars spent every year, and we're not seeing the sector moving forward. Somebody has to be held criminally liable for that. Well, that's my
That's
spiel.
your take on it.
Yeah.
Okay. you know any police that could arrest the people in the middle.
Claire,
No, it is-
just
it's
one
serious.
fundamental point here. When government decide to spend money, the spending should be impactful, and it will be more rewarding. And in terms of scoring political points, you will gain a lot more. We spend too much of money in the breeze and we don't see the impact. The whole paradigm is not there. So we spend money very loosely. For example, the land clearing program that they would have from year to year and assisting farmers to clear the land. The idea is good, but what's the impact? How you measure it? What's the increase in production? Out of the quantity that you spend over the last 5 years, how do you put that in seriously, in the productive sector? See the result, the end result that what you was going to attain. We spend money loosely here.
So when they do the land clearing, what is being planted in those places?
Sometimes you just have regrowth. You just grow back for the next year, and it's like a cycle.
You mean the bush, the weeds, and so just grow back?
Yeah, because in the first case, think about it. If a farmer cannot clear land, and you clear it for him, what else is he going to do? He even can't clear it. No, the point I'm making, the most fundamental thing is to clear it. And if you cannot do that, then you could as well as forget it. That's a no-no. Somebody have to clear it for you to make a start,
But then again, if I clear the land for you, I say I'm a farmer and I need to plant things, and you clear the piece of plot for me, isn't it up to me now to go plant things that can make it better to move the thing?
You're missing the point, Claire.
Well, tell me what the point is.
The point is that some of the lands that are being cleared are cultivated lands.
Oh.
Lands that already have stuff growing in it.
Oh.
And if the person couldn't clear it, then what make you think you clearing it for them going to make them continue to keep it clean? In the first case, they couldn't keep it clean.
You see, when you talk to me straight, I could understand. When you give me the pieces, as you say.
I'm not giving you pieces. You want me to tell you what I want to tell you?
Yeah.
Claire?
Yes. Yeah. Straight talk.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
If somebody come and sweep your house for you once, in the first case, you should be cleaning it.
Exactly.
It.
Yes, I got you.
And if you don't sweep it, and they come back and do it next year, and you can live with that, you just go through the motion. In the first case, you are required to clean your house. Somebody was supposed to come do it for you.
Okay, so what if I'm not well and they come and clean my house?
That's a once in a while thing.
Okay.
And I do support subsidy, and I do support those kind of activities. That's okay. I'm saying, what is the impact?
Yeah.
But that's kind of sad, though.
Well, it's sad because guess what? We do a lot of things without a plan. You could get up in the morning and go to the airport and you say you want to buy a ticket.
But where am I going?
That's the question. We do not have a plan that says we're moving from where we are. Okay, so where we are, 2021, 2023, sorry. Right?
Oh, you're still in 2021.
Under the circumstances which we currently prevail. So where do we want to go 1 year from now? Where do we want to go 3 years from now? Where do we want to be 5 years from now? We do not have a plan that explains the details as regards the specific objectives you want to achieve 1, 3, or 5 years from now. And so that's a major problem. But let me highlight a classical example I give to a lot of people in my discussions. Earlier I made reference to the fact that almost everybody produces the same crop, the same time. There's a glut in the market when they harvest. A lot of spoilage occurs, and then we go for periods without anything. Our government has many estates. Many of those estates are grossly underutilized, with a lot of space. A number of things could be done to develop those estates or to develop model farms on those estates. And by model farms, let me illustrate it this way. So let's suppose you take 6 acres or 10 acres from one of those farms, right? And on those 10 acres, you decide we're going to just produce 2 or 3 specific vegetables year-round. Okay. In so doing, you know that you allot so many acres for each of the vegetable. Okay. But you know you're going to, because you want to ensure that you have supply throughout the year, so that when one of the hotels come and say, look, I need cabbage, you know you have cabbage, regardless of the time of the year. Then you know you need to prepare so many plots. But you cannot prepare all the plots at the same time. So you prepare plot 1 this month, you prepare plot 2 next month you prepare plot 3. So you have a number of plots so that you ensure, according to your schedule, you have the produce available year round. And so you do that for each of the vegetables you put on the farm. Now, if we have a model like that, it means therefore that model could be repeated, right? On other farms. But it doesn't necessarily have to be repeated for the same crop. So let's suppose on 2 or 3 estates we have similar crops, right? And another 2 or 3 estates we have a different set of crops. In so doing, you're demonstrating in a practical way the feasibility of being able to produce those vegetables year-round, ensuring that there's a market and providing an example for farmers. So even if you have a small plot as opposed to a large estate, at least the example can be illustrative to any farmer. And I think that, for example, has to be one of the most tangible approaches we need to take as regards agriculture. But we have a fundamental problem where when it comes to management and leadership are two of our weakest
the weakest link in the agricultural system.
Attributes, yes. Management and leadership are two of our weakest attributes in our system. So that, for example, when you set up those model farms, you also need to ensure that you have good management. You have to ensure the leadership knows clearly what's the objectives. You also have to ensure that the people involved are adequately compensated so that they feel worthy of the work. But they also recognize immediately that they can earn a livelihood farming and that they have a job throughout the year. The other alternative to that is to form cooperatives on some of the estates. But again, you give each cooperative the specific mission of growing 2 or 3 specific products to ensure that we don't have all the estates producing the same thing and everybody produces the same thing at the same time of the year. But you also introduce the importance of scheduling your production, ensuring you have the necessary resources, including water and fertilizer, and quintessentially, I must say, good husbandry, to ensure that once you put the crops in the field, then it's maintained. But management and leadership are essential to achieve those specific objectives.
So here's a question. Is it just the Ministry of Agriculture, the top dogs also, or farmers themselves also? Because you talked about everybody plants tomatoes the same time. Everybody plants this the same time. Is there a thing that farmers think that if I plant tomato, if you plant tomato and I don't plant tomato at that same time, that I would not get any money for the crops that I sell? Can they come together and do exactly what you're talking about right now so that we can get things year-round? Because right now, tomato is $9 a pound because There's none on the market per se.
I don't query and quibble about the prices of the produce. I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Coming from a farming community, I know what hard work is like,
Mhm.
And so I know the farmers are putting their hearts and soul into the production. The problem with many of the farmers is they pay their last in it. That's a major problem.
Yeah.
So that you might see a lot of the stuff out there being sold at exorbitant prices.
Hot prices.
Right.
Mhm.
But that's one part of it. The other part could be the fact that the people selling are not necessarily the people producing. Okay, so you have the farmers who produce the crop, and then you have the vendors or the traders who just supply in the market. If we have a structured distribution system, so that, for example, we have grocery stores, several appointed in various locations in Grenville, the produce moves from the farm to the grocery stores, properly handled, well packaged, and so the housewife can readily get it. In that way, you're doing some value adding, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Any excess of those produce, be it the tomatoes, be it the carrots, can literally be put into value added products in a cannery or a juice processing plant. So that, for example, you have to make sure you have the Lassages processing plant up and running so that any excess of the produce of the farmers gets processed. In that way, you minimize the amount of economic wastage that occurs on a regular basis for farmers. And that's a tremendous cost that goes unvalued. So in addition to just producing on the estates and ensuring that it gets to the supermarket and ensuring it gets to the table, you also ensure that any excess has a market that enables value adding through the processing plants that we have. And that's a short-sighted approach we've taken to agriculture. In other words, agriculture has to be directly linked with manufacturing to ensure that our mangoes, our golden apples, our excess tomatoes, our excess cabbage all get processed and preserved, be it for economic situations, emergencies, or primarily for export. So unless we don't take that, as BJ would say, holistic approach to agriculture, to ensure that we have farmers producing, to ensure we have markets and proper distribution systems in place, to ensure that nothing goes to waste, but importantly, every excess that we produce, finds itself in some value-added product. Until such time, we are just wasting the money we spend every year in the Ministry of Agriculture and the talk that we do every year.
I'm glad there is something that people call specialization.
Mhm.
It has its benefit. If somebody is growing tomatoes and they're growing it year round, before no time at all, they may become a specialist in doing it.
Right.
Because you're constantly doing it
Mhm.
and you're very good at it. You understand because agriculture is a practical process, more or less. You cannot talk agriculture and never do agriculture.
Yes.
And the people who are involved in it, they learn things along the way like every other thing else as it goes along. And it's not just the production process in growing some of those crops. There is no hard and fast rules, The people who does well are the people who experiment with some of those crops. So you have to have experiment going on at the same time while you're encouraging your farmers, and there should be central place for that, like Doc was saying. You need to have model farms where people can go and watch the process being carried out in a specialized way. Because of climate change, we have global warming for sure, the kind of weather we've been having. And we need to mitigate against that. So we need to ensure that our production is geared towards mitigating against the hot weather that we have. And the reason why tomatoes are being sold at that price is because of the weather we've been having for the last few months. You're not supposed to be selling at that kind of price. But if the production cost is that high, then what you find is that because the farmers incur a certain amount of cost to produce this stuff, they would have to sell it exorbitantly. And it's not good for the economy. It's not good for your country. It's probably not even good for the farmers, because it's better you have, quick turnover than you have, a few things that you're really, selling at an exorbitant price, and only a few people that can afford it and able to get it. Because you're producing food and you want people to acquire the taste.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way they can acquire the taste is by making it affordable for the very said people that you're producing it for. And I want to add finally to say that in doing all of those, Claire, you cannot do it in a fragmented way. You have to do it in a collective way. We have to take a collective approach with regard to solving our agriculture problem. If we're just trying to solve the marketing side of things without the production side, you're in trouble. If you're trying to deal with the production side and you're not dealing with the logistical side, you're in trouble. If you are dealing with some unmotivated people, the human resource, you are in trouble. If you cannot make the lands and the equipment available, you are in trouble.
Well, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yes, already.
We are already in a lot of trouble.
I mean, trouble is the word of the day, trouble.
I could have outlined some more if you didn't stop me on my tracks.
That is too much trouble. Let me say good morning to Veronica. Thank you for letting me know there is no rain in New York, but clouds. Good morning to you, Sunny Isles. And Andrew, good morning. Devon Romain, good morning. Sky, good morning. Everybody says good morning to you. And the agriculture program is like, you plan the same thing. People say you plan the same thing, and everybody plans the same thing. Now, let me take a quick break, and I shall be back, and I'm going to hit you with spice on what we can do with it.
Oh, great.
The date, because we're heading Crown City with all of the big stars. St. Patrick, look out! Get ready to shift the paradigm on October 26th, the day after the holiday, with all of our walking friends. Yes, the stars are coming to join the movement as Grenada shifts moves north with the massive health and wellness walk that has taken the island by storm. Powered by Wagiti Sound System, the walk leaves the Anglican Schoolyard High Street Sotes at 4 p.m. sharp, heading to Mades, Monfrendu, Rosehill, passing through Plains, then on to Riverside for the cool down and symbolic torch handover. You don't want to miss the fun and excitement on the road, so call the Sotes Health Center to register now at telephone 442-9317, extension 41805, or at 440-2649, extensions 21038 or 21049 to register. Plus, you can also visit our Facebook page to register.
Your new
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number.
And we are back. Now, Dr. Antoine, you are involved in Isle of Spice Farmers Association.
Yes.
Just the word spice tells me what it is. Cinnamon, all the other spices that you can talk about. Tell us, what is going on with that organization where spice is concerned?
All right. We're still in developmental stages in terms of getting our farmers to be aware of the existence of the organization in the first instance, enrolling farmers, but more importantly, actively engaging many of our farmers to plant some of the spices that we want to have produced. Okay. So over the last couple of years, we've been actively providing some of our farmers with some of the spices for production. But the ultimate goal here is for our organization to bring our farmers together in a collective such that we could achieve greater benefits ultimately from our agricultural practices. Currently, for example, we are involved in the process of research. Okay, so we're doing a number of things, including the question of making greater use of our waste material from the spices, various spices. I'm talking about the leaves and the roots and the bark. Also, we in the process of putting up a system so as to begin to process the spices, so that we could get involved in the packaging of the spices for the supermarkets, for the hotels, for export. Okay, and those are two major aspects of it. As it stands, we are trying to educate our people on the importance and benefits of the use of spices. And being the spice isle, or Isle of Spice, as it's properly need to be known, we fail to appreciate the fact that our spices have tremendous health benefits that we grossly overlook. So our slogan right now is like, spice up your life, Spice Isle.
Spice up your life, Spice Isle.
Yes, because we want to encourage our people, not farmers, sorry, to begin using the spices on a daily basis. So if you could use 3, 4, 5 different types of spices throughout the day, it would augment your health. It would augment your immunity system. It would augment your cardiovascular system. And at the end of the day, you realize that our spices provide significant preventative health benefits if we use them on a daily basis. Let me give you a couple examples. Turmeric. Turmeric is one of the most potent spices.
Yep.
And you don't need to use too much to enjoy the benefits. But what is important is the continuity of its use over time period. So we know it has significant anti-inflammatory benefits. Well, your parents or your parents may have told you in years gone by, when you get a sprain or a strain, you use the
corn stick and the turmeric.
Right. And they may not have been able to explain the science behind it then, but they knew the practical benefits of it. And in essence, what it does, it provides you that bioactive compound that literally ensures your inflammation doesn't occur in the area wherever the injury occurs. Okay, so it has that anti-inflammatory benefits. But in addition to that, it has powerful cardiovascular benefits because of the curcumin present in it. So it is a good example of why we should use spices every day. One of the things you probably wouldn't be conscious of the fact that we use the turmeric in oil long, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that's one way we use it, but we don't eat oil long every day. But you could still use the turmeric in your
rice.
In your rice, right? You could use it in your meats.
In your smoothies.
You could use it in your smoothies. And by the way, you can eat turmeric raw.
Huh? So what your teeth looking like when you come on there now?
That's okay. There's something called toothbrush and toothpaste. But the truth I'm saying, the truth of the matter is, many of our spices can be used on a daily basis. So use turmeric in your lunch, your dinner. Use cinnamon in your breakfast and dinner. You use ginger in your breakfast and your lunch. In other words, you find a way to use 3, 4, 5 different spices every day as you go along. At the end of the day, you'll find that the intake of the spices would benefit your health to the point where you have less effect from viral infections like the cold and the flu, etc. You wanted to ask a question, sorry, right?
Turmeric. It is said that our bodies do not do right by it by just taking it like that. You have to add something spicy to it so that our body can break it down. Is that true or is that true?
The thing about the turmeric is that it's a fat-soluble compound. So if you use it in a little oil, you get greater benefits than if you just use it as is. But nothing is wrong with getting the same benefits if you have it like when you make the tea. So you put a piece in the tea, then some of it get extracted. But the most efficient way of obtaining the active ingredient from the turmeric is if it's present in a little butter, a little oil, coconut oil, or olive oil. But the oil tends to be the most effective way of pulling out the active ingredients from the spice and making it readily available for absorption into your body.
So when they said you use ginger or cayenne pepper and stuff like that to heat up the turmeric so that our bodies can break it down, but that's not true?
The heating up is not quintessential. What's important is the ready availability of the active ingredients.
Okay.
And the way they get into our system is by, of course, you have to break down in some form. And so you ingest it. And once you ingest it, the ability of the body to absorb it will be a function of whether or not it's water soluble or fat soluble. So the colored compounds like what you find in the turmeric are more fat soluble.
Okay.
And so if when you're eating, for example, you have it in your stewed meat, which would probably have a little oil in it, then that makes it more readily available.
Okay.
Than if you just have it in water. But either way, the compounds are available. And one of the factors we need to bear in mind is the concentration that we take in is what ultimately has the benefit. And let me illustrate that this way. When you go to the doctor, he prescribes medication for you. And he tell you for the first day, every day, take 2 tablets twice a day for next 5, 10, 20 days. And he tells you that so as to ensure that you have a certain concentration of the active medication in your system to fight whatever microbial infection you have. Well, similarly, if you want to get the benefits of your spices, you need to ensure that you take it in, but you take it in a certain concentration over a period of time so that it's readily available for the system to make use of it.
So one of the listeners said, you do not get any quantity of spice for less than $10 that will last you for 2 weeks to be used as you suggested, as you say, take it in every day. These days they are expensive. But I know we could plant our turmeric and all, but the time it takes to grow, what happens?
Well, here is where scientific farming would occur,
Well, Claire, you can plant the thing about things like turmeric and ginger and those kind of spices, even cinnamons and stuff. You actually can have them in large quantity and store them. They last for quite a long while.
Okay.
So you can grow your ginger and you can grind it and put it away.
Or you can freeze
You
it.
can freeze it and put it away. You can do many things with those products. So it's not just
the fresh one that
you use. Not just that. Yes, agriculture products in Grenada are expensive because the manner in which we are producing the crops. If you have 10 spice trees in Grenada, spice is going to become expensive, Like if you have 10 vehicles and everybody wants a vehicle, the demand is that high that it's going to become expensive. If you have, hundreds and thousands of cars, nobody wants cars, the price is going to keep dropping. It's the same thing, the demand. And in order to mitigate against that, we need to produce a lot more and make our production cost. That's the only 2 ways, that low that the farmer doesn't have to sell it at exorbitant cost. How long a man taking to grow one spice tree, man? How long it taking for one tomato? 5 years?
About around that, 3, 4, 5 years.
That's a long time to wait.
Yes.
And then you have to actually destroy the tree. Or more or less, or branches of the tree, more or less.
to get the produce from it. Okay. Now, here it is. Kalingo Farm says, trouble helps create solutions. So let's spend time with these troubles until we rid of their problems, which is true. Because as you were giving all the trouble down there, I had to stop it because I couldn't take any more trouble. Honestly. So yes, as you said, BJ, we could use the stuff that we buy. We can freeze it. We don't always have to defrost. So the person says, okay. So they get the message that you don't always have to have it fresh. Baby daddy, good that you use it in your tea. I try to do that in my smoothie as much as I possibly can.
Even some of the things that we use, the herbs and stuff that we use, we actually can dry them and put them away.
Oh yes, I do that for rosemary and thyme and stuff.
You have things like fever grass and all of those.
Oh yeah, this is good.
You don't have to
get it fresh
all the time.
Now, Dr. Antoine, I happened upon a recipe a couple days ago with ground cinnamon, lemon peel, and a ginger. They said if you boil this and you want to lose weight or so, you can boil this, let it steep, put it in your fridge, and have a cup of it in the morning, mostly at night, and you go to sleep and it works its way on the fat. Is that scientific?
I am not. I have no clue about the scientific basis for those claims.
Okay.
But I'll just give you one caveat here. Be mindful of the fact that a lot of the information you probably would pick up in social media online may not be accurate.
Correct.
There's a lot of misinformation that we are not in a position to correct. But what I can say to you is that the use of the spices augments your overall health, right? One. Two, if you augment your diet with the spices and you augment your lifestyle with exercise, then there's a higher chance or probability of you losing weight. And more importantly, if you regulate and control your intake of food, for example, so if you use plenty of fat carbohydrates, like a lot of breadfruit, a lot of wheat, a lot of pasta, and you use very little vegetables like cabbage and carrot, and then of course you have a problem, right? But if you reduce the amount of carbohydrates you take in and you build up on the amount of kale you use, the amount of cabbage you use, the amount of watercress you use, cucumbers, etc., then you begin to feel the effect of weight loss. So yeah,
Caller, we come in.
I cannot
scientifically say this is what it is.
Yes, I cannot say it, but I know there are a few things you could do to make a difference in terms of controlling your weight.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Dr. Antoine and BJ.
Morning.
Morning.
BJ, you just said something there, huh? Dry. This is what the Caribbean are active to do. Dry everything. Dry your stuff. Process drying. Agriculture is not, remember the guy said, it's not pen and, it's not fuck and spade anymore?
That's true.
Dry. That's what you have son for. You see how much son we get this last round? Of course. The dry stuff. They didn't have a refrigerator in the olden days.
Correct.
Even though, no, people crying, you know, the ice factory in Grenville and working on X, Y, and Z, and all the process efficient. No. I listen to programs every single day, and I hear people cry, moan over every single thing. They want everything on a silver platter. Take it in a bamboo. Take it in a piece of bamboo. You take a bamboo joint and you make something. You make a jar. I would have to come to Benin and teach you a lot of things, you know.
Where are you calling from?
Jericho.
Great. You're very welcome. You're right here in Grenada to teach us a lot of things. Go ahead, continue. I appreciate it.
Of course.
That's a good
one.
No,
people moan. They moan over every single thing. No. You have to struggle in life. Life is not just because, you're born this morning and you want to be rich this evening. No. Life is not like that.
We have to go back to basics. That's what it is all about.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you so much for your call.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes. Claire, you can have energy in your body, but the energy is locked.
Where?
It's just locked. Your body just locked it up. You're not releasing it. You're just literally locking it up.
We may have another caller. Good morning.
Your coffee in the morning.
Good morning.
Happy to be a part of your agriculture program. Not only praying, but to make my contribution.
Yes.
Yeah. The last call, I really support him, because...
Well, of course, you come from Carriacou too.
Yeah, Kakabari for Kakabari. Yes, so good morning to Dr. Antoine and VG. A pleasant good morning to you all. Right, because I could remember, I spent a lot of years over at Carriacou, and Carriacou basically is a part of me. I still have property in Carriacou, and I will always be in Carriacou. And as the caller rightly said about drying, because I could remember while living in Carriacou, what we call the five fingers, we locally call it the okros. And Carriacou have good soil for those things. Carriacou very rich soil, very, very rich soil. And when the okra bear in heavy, heavy quantities, it's a thing that spoils very quick. And what I noticed, the first person I noticed did that is some aged people down at a place called Brunswick. Well, they already died out. They took the green okra, five fingers, and they cut it wrong like a ball. Cut it wrong like a ball. And so then they cut a washpan full of these fresh, beautiful okras. And what they do, they take a piece of string and they lace it like some beads, and they took it and then they put it in the sun to dry. And do you know that this okra remain for months and even years? And when you take this dry okra that you feel to yourself there is no substance in it, joke you're making. They preserve it so good that every time they will go to the laugh, is a place in some of them kitchen, and they will remove a string, just like kanjaks, a string of dry okra, and put it in the water to soak, and they do up the fish, and when you're eating it, you think it just come from the land. So I think many times, according to the young man, to the person that called, many times it's our refrigerator. But we forget in the days that when we have the confit outside, the piece of pork outside, the kanjaks outside, and these things in them are dry and preserved and live there for a lot of time. So I really do support, the last caller with drying is concerned. Yes? Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Right.
Could I just add a quick point to the two previous callers? Thank you for the information, but here is a classical example of how we as a people have failed to develop one aspect of the agricultural sector, i.e. food preservation through dehydration, drying. Do you know what it would be like if we have several people, for example, every year taking okras, as you gave the example, or any other fruit, for example, and doing dried fruits or dried vegetables, and therefore making those products available year-round, or even for export or available for visitors? So I just want to highlight the point that here is a classical illustration of a potential manufacturing aspect, agro-processing aspect that we have been losing and lost track of. But I'm glad the callers reminded us, because someone or some people could literally get into that area of drying so as to build up a whole sector of our agricultural industry.
I mean, talking about solar dryers these days.
Yes.
They actually manufacture those dryers, Claire, that you can dehydrate fruits and stuff like that. I mean, we have so many fruits here. For Christmas, we should be using dry fruits in our cake. We shouldn't be buying those.
Prunes and raisins
no,
and all
we
this
should
kind
have
of
enough
stuff.
local
Mangoes
stuff to do
and
that.
so, yes.
If we don't go down that path, we probably losing our heritage to Claire. The caller before spoke about drying of okra in Carriacou. Actually did that in Carriacou 30 odd years ago. I used to be in Carriacou, and the people that I used to live by, they used to do okra, and we used to dry the okra and put it away. And as the caller was saying, when you take it to cook, you really can distinguish if it's fresh or whatever. And there is a problem, Claire, with us. When you're living in Eden, the only thing that you tend to do is the thing that you're not supposed to do. Grenada is kind of, we have so much things. We have become very, very wasteful. We are very wasteful.
Very, very.
Things that can be used as a meal, we discard that. We look for another thing because there is plenty around. And when you have plenty, there is hardly any need to be innovative, because you have plenty.
Yes. Okalingo Farm says, the bioavailability of turmeric by itself in the body is not possible. So yes, healthy oils, black pepper, hot peppers, and ginger assist in the bioavailability of the body. So if it gets a little heat, it breaks it down quicker. Yes.
I was telling you before, your body can have energy, lots of energy. You can eat food,
but
you feel sluggish, you're locked.
Yes.
You don't feel energetic. And in a lot of cases, what happens when you have those processes taking place, you develop fat.
Yes.
All right, you convert those energy back into fat and just store it in your body. What the antioxidant does, it releases, all right, those energies. So you're able to utilize it. You're able to be energetic. You're able to be disease-free. You're able to be, vibrant. You're able to be more resistant. That's what it does. And we really don't utilize enough of those things in our food. We say island and spice, and we really don't utilize our spice as we ought to.
Now, we say, we speak of a lot of important points. We let the public hear that what we are talking about. But as you say, something is locked in us still. We cannot break through what it is that we are talking about.
It's called inertia. We have been pinned down by the social mass media that constantly bombards us with convenience. And so the caller who talked about the okra drying in Carriacou, he in essence is saying here is a manufacturing possibility for anyone interested in drying, not just okra. Mangoes, golden apples, right? But the same thing could be said for almost any konjaks. We should have people specializing in processing salt fish so that we don't have to be importing salt fish. Okay. And who is doing it?
But didn't they have somebody doing that before and it just flopped?
But that's the next point I want to make about our people here. So we're locked because we are risk averse. We feel that any business venture you get into has to be profitable instantly. No.
Yeah.
You cannot make a profit from a business, don't expect to make a profit before 3 years, 5 years sometimes. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have that gestational period where you could develop the product, develop your processes, ensure everything is stabilized, ensure that you have a good supply of raw materials, your market is there, your processes are adequate and quality is built into your product. Yes, 3 years, 5 years is not too long a time to wait before you make a profit. And therefore, because we so I don't know how to use it, but
we have no patience. We're short-tempered.
Short-tempered, we lack patience, and we feel that any business you get into has to make money. No, you don't have to make money. And one additional point I should say here is that when you're doing a business, you should be motivated by money.
True.
Money is not everything.
It's not the be-all and
At the end of the day, you could be wanting as much money as you want, and you don't have a good quality product. Guess what? You don't have a business.
No, you're flat.
But if you have a good quality product, and you build quality from the very beginning, the money will come.
Yes.
So keep your focus on the quality of your product, and then you get the results you're looking for, as opposed to looking for the results and not thinking of the mechanism and the things you need to do to ensure that the money will be generated. So patience is important, but we cannot continue to be risk averse and afraid to get into business, because business requires patience, requires time, it requires planning, it requires effort, but you have to provide some degree of dedication to whatever business you're getting into, and patience is essential.
You see, Claire, you see how this is affecting people's daily life?
Yes.
Because you haven't educated your people well enough. There's sort of a thing, 5 years is a really long time.
5 years is nothing.
It's nothing at all.
No.
That's just an election year.
Yes.
And because of the education system, with 5 years we didn't get anything. We vote out the politicians who did.
Yeah, because we have no patience.
We
have no
5 years again.
patience.
We vote them out. You don't give them no time to settle in.
Dalton says good morning, and he's tuning in. Good morning to BJ and Dr. Antoine.
Good morning, Dalton.
Yes. Now, the thing is, anything at all that you do that is going to be beneficial for you takes time. You know, after Christmas, the gyms are filled with people because they eat too much of the black cake and the thing. A week after that, the gym is empty because they did not get the result what they were lacking, what they're expecting in the first week.
Instant results.
But from my knowledge, going to the gym to do it takes 6 months for you to see the result of what. So it's not a hard and fast thing. You have to be patient and you have to put the work in. It's just as with business, BJ started his farm and he didn't make. I don't know, you have $1 million?
Building fat is easier than to remove fat, Claire.
He didn't make his $1 million in a week or a month. And you know, BJ is hard and fast. He's here every Thursday when he could take his time and doing his farm. You are here, you have your thing going. But it takes time, and people have to understand that everything that you want to be productive takes time. And that is what we have to get into the head, because we want to plan this today and repeat tomorrow. We want to do this today and get it everything tomorrow. That can't happen.
Claire, go read your Bible. Every great man in the Bible had one thing in common: patience.
Patience. And we lack that big.
And if they didn't have, and the arrogant like Moses and them born,
and Solomon,
God will not make you walk through the wilderness for so and so time, man, and say, yo,
teach
you have to learn the process, you know.
Teach us.
You have to be humble and you have to be tolerant, you know. Most great people have to go through that process.
Yes. It doesn't come easy.
No.
Let me just add this to all the discussions we're having here.
It is 5 minutes to 9. The time flies. Let's go.
So patience is important. But with patience, you must have a plan. And with your plan, there must be some passion.
PPP.
Yes. 3
P's.
Yes.
Patience, plan, and passion.
Yeah, because without the passion, you get this despondent too quickly, you know. And so, but again, if you don't have a plan, you don't know where you're going. So it's important, yes.
How's this BJ's thing? If you don't know where you're going to go anywhere?
Well, you know, it's a common saying, you know. If you don't know where you come from, then you won't know where you're going. And therefore, you must have some understanding of your heritage, your roots, and therefore a plan in order to move forward. So yes, you must have patience, you must have a plan, and you must be passionate about what you do.
Yes, I always believe planning means everything to me. Because if you have a plan and you start executing your plan and something happens, you have the time to
adjust. Yes.
But if you go in helter-skelter, anything could happen. You have no clue, just like you in the wind and you blow and you stand up and ask, well, where did I go wrong? You went wrong because you did not plan.
Mm-hmm. Just to go back to BJ's point about specializing in a particular crop. One of the advantages of that also is when you specialize, you become the master at that particular crop. But also you understand how to solve the problems that arise in producing that particular thing, to the point where now you're being able to advise new people coming into the sector.
Claire, think about Kentucky. Everywhere you go and you buy a piece of Kentucky, you have similar tastes.
Because they use the same batter for everywhere. Yes.
Man started off by going around with a little bucket and sell around the place. And, you know, people start gravitating towards the taste. It becomes specialized.
It becomes addictive.
You get it, baby.
And it becomes addictive because they specialized in it. Yes. And that's it. We have to patient. And I always say, and maybe but I always say Grenada is a start and stop nation. You start things and then you come boop to a halt and nothing happens after that.
PM Jerry, we need to educate our people to support local. We tend to think everything foreign is better.
And it's not.
And they educate us that way, you know, and it isn't at all. Everything foreign is better than what we are doing local. In a lot of cases, what we are doing, man, is destroying ourselves.
I like farm to fork. Just like that. You come from the farm and it gets to your kitchen and you use your fork. Farm to fork. And that is how we have to start living, because when your lettuce come from your farm, BJ, and I have it in my kitchen, I put it in water and it stays lovely until I pull the leaves and start making my salad. When you get your fish from the ocean, you take it home, you lime it, you whatever, you season it fresh. Farm to fork. We educate people enough on Real FM every Thursday, but people are not really paying attention until it's too late. Your last words. We have 2 minutes. And your last words.
My last words?
Yes. It's 2 minutes to 9.
And I don't have no last words. Oh, you will hear from me. You will hear from me next week again.
Dr. Antoine?
Yeah, well, I would like to encourage our people to add a lot more spice to the life, Spice up your daily life spice aisle. And figure out ways and means to every day make use of 3, 4, 5 different spices in everything that you do. In your beverages, in your smoothies, in your drinks, in your food, for breakfast, for dinner, for lunch. Spice up your life, spice aisle.
Thank you so very much. It is almost 9 o'clock, and I guess we'll see you next week. I'm not sure about you, Dr. Ndem, but you're welcome to come anytime.
Thank you very much.
Philip Landers says, good morning, CJ. Your guests, BJ and Dr. Antoine, are good examples of Grenadians with national prides, hands down. And I'm saying thumbs up for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
And if more of us pay attention to what we say here every Thursday, we will be out of the agricultural doldrums that we are in right now.
I look forward to that.
Patriotism needs to be taught in school, dearie, as a subject. Yeah. Unless you don't have patriotic people, you cannot have serious development.
Yes.
Too many people think about self in our country, and that's how we brought them up. That's how we grow them up. So they don't think about country and fellow men and humility and humanity and all of those. They're just creatures, recreating creatures, not human beings.
Okay, so in other words, we kind of robots in that kind of way, in a sense.
Robots with like us AI robots.
iRobot. I got you. Thank you so much for coming to here this morning, BJ and Dr. Antoine. As usual, BJ, I could put my pot on the fire and wait Thursday for you to come in and say your thing.
See you next Thursday.
And yeah, it is educational, and people just have to pay attention and start doing the right thing to make each and every one of us life better. Goodbye, everyone. See you on Monday, or for me, Tuesday for me, and Thursday for BJ again.
God bless. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Have a great one.
Bye-bye.
All the best.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. The details when I return. Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective